morning, y'all. Good morning. I hope hope you got your coffee this morning. This is your med check reminder to take your medications in the mornings. Hey everybody, how you doing today? So I hope everybody had a beautiful Thanksgiving yesterday and ate all the good food. I know I did. We had chicken and dressing, ham, deviled eggs, green bean casserole. We had what else was that we had? Child, I'm trying to remember everything. Of course, we had our cranberry. Um, we had some other stuff too, but child, and then we had some pies. We had some cheesecake, some chocolate cream pie, and then we got a chocolate cake. I ain't broke into the cake yet, but broke into the other stuff. It was pretty good, and the desserts that we had were sugar free because my mother and father are both diabetic, and you couldn't even tell that they were sugar free. They were so good and everything. Um, so that's what we had yesterday, y'all. It was really good. I hope y'all all had an amazing Thanksgiving. You ate big on this Black Friday when you go out for these sales. I hope you get everything that you're looking for. Remember also, not only Black Friday do y'all have, but then y'all have Cyber Monday. So you might be able to get some really good deals. I usually Cyber Monday gives the best deals on electronics. So like I don't know why, but in my opinion, I've always found the better deals for electronics on Cyber Monday. You know, if you don't mind shipping it to your house. If you want to go pick it up yourself, Black Friday is the thing you need to do. But I've always found some of the better deals on Cyber Monday. That's just me. Now, I will say I did see the situation, where people were talking about Duke and Just Krista. And I saw Duke over there at YTC's. And he said that he was just playing with Krista, to get back at Lemon, pretty much. But then JC was over there the other night, people said. So, and then, Miss Tracy and JC may be into it because Miss Tracy feels like Just Krista owes her an apology. Just Krista does have a live set up for soon, probably not long after I go live. That she got something to say to her. So I'm gonna guess, and Krista, if you're here, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but you don't feel like you owe nobody apology? Because the way it seemed to me the other day when they had their little kerfuffle over there at Lemon's house, what it felt like to me was that Just Krista was upset that Miss Tracy went over there to Duke's house and told her that Lemon had stated she was single. And because she said it in front of everybody and everything, it like embarrassed her or something or upset her in a way. So I believe that may be a thing that's going on today. We will see. We shall see if they start fighting and woo banging. I'm not sure, but it looks like it may lead into a fight. The situation there. Now, Noble and Miss Tracy, they've been having their back and forth, ever since like 1 minute, like for 2 or 3 weeks, you won't hear nothing about it. And then they'll fight again and all that other stuff. So, Mr. Noble and Miss Tracy, they've got a beef. They have an upstanding beef that I don't think it'll ever fully go away because, when two people have a relationship and then they break up and it ends on bad terms and things are said, there's always going to be hurt feelings there. So I believe with that situation, it's always going to be up and stuck. Hey, Ray. Hey, James. Good morning, y'all. I believe it's always going to be up and stuck between those two. Now, I will say that I did buy one of the Jackbox party packs for the members only live stream. I'm going to play around with either Streamlabs or OBS and try to set it up. I may just do it straight from StreamYard because I know how to do that too. Where my members can play around and y'all can learn about the Jackbox games and we can have some fun. Might do that sometime today so that, everybody can play the game together and have fun because it's the holidays. Why not us, have fun together? It's Friday, everybody eating, and I know I'm going to be eating leftovers and they're going to be delicious and nutritious. Because that stuffing my mama made yesterday, well, not stuffing, child. I'm gonna slap myself upside the head. I just told somebody else not to say that yesterday. Um, the chicken and dressing was delicious. It was awesome. It was awesome. Um, and everything else. And then, some people are stating that they think Just Krista should choose Duke over Lemon, and some people are stating, that Duke and Just Krista may be a better fit. But at the same time, Duke, I don't think he's trying to look at Just Krista as that. I think, and it might be vice versa too. Um, you know, Duke's with someone, so I don't know if he actually talks to women on the internet knowing that he's in a relationship. I'm not sure on that. Um, Duke will have to come out here and say that himself. But I do know that he is in a relationship. He lives with someone. So, Lemon is absolutely single and JC is single. So I don't think that JC's going to go for a man in a relationship per se like that. Because that would make you a homewrecker. So I don't think that. I mean, if anything, I hope that no one is behind the scenes like that doing those things, but you don't never know. You'll never know. I can't put words in anybody's mouth, and I can't say whether they are or aren't because I don't fully know. I just know what I see on these streets. And so far on these streets, both Just Krista and Duke have stated that they're just friends, that all they are is friends, right? So I have to go by what they say. Now people can come to their own conclusions. The streets are saying something different, but that's what the two content creators have stated. Duke has stated that she's just a friend, and Just Krista has stated that, Duke is just a friend. Now, Lemon and Just Krista are supposedly over with again. We're going to see how long that lasts, right? I did see that Shakim popped out back on the scene when I was over there catching YTC's replay this morning. If y'all didn't catch YTC's live, from this morning, you could go back and catch her replay. So Shakim was up on the link. And there were some people in the chat saying they missed him and everything else. So he's back out on these streets. He said he took a little break. A lot of rumors were started. Some people stated he was in jail. Some people stated that he was, this, that, and the next. But he stated he was just taking a break. That's what he said. And then I went over there, and I'm trying to think if I missed anything else that happened over the holidays. Oh, for MU Love, if you were talking about you were going to do a prime rib, you did have the time partially right. Yes, you do cook it for at 350 for over an hour, hour and a half, depending on. You have to depend on how you want your prime rib, right? And it is. Prime rib is supposed to be pink on the inside. You're not supposed to overdo prime rib. It is one of those meats that you have to baby it. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I'm glad you did your research, MU, on that. As a side dish for that, I would say, you said you were going to do something with cabbage, right? You could do like a fried cabbage. I don't know if you've ever done that. It's a southern thing. You cut up your cabbage, right? And you chop it up and whatnot. And you put a little oil in your pan, and you turn your heat on your pan to medium. And you basically just fry the cabbage. When it's about halfway done, you can get some of those real bacon bits, the real kind, the real bacon pieces. And you can put it up in there, and it gives it a really good flavoring. So you could do that as a side dish. You could also do, I would think, to do Parmesan encrusted potatoes, and they're really good. You can do those. That would be a really good side dish for that. There's a lot of different things that you could have as a side dish for that. That's a really expensive cut of meat. You're correct on that. Just make sure that you baby that meat and do it right. because if not, it can either be the best thing you ever ate in your life or the worst thing you ever ate in your life if you don't do it right. Just saying. And you are correct in the fact that after the hour and a half, you do just let it remain in the oven for the 2 hours and let it cook with the heat that's still left in there. Because the thing about a prime rib, it will continue to cook after the heat is turned off. And then you got to let it rest. Now, before you cut that prime rib, make sure you let it rest for a good period of time. You let it rest before you cut into it. All right, just make sure you do it. Baby that meat, because that's a good cut of meat. It's a very amazing, some of the best meat you've ever ate if it's done correctly. Now, my mother-in-law does an amazing prime rib. Yes, her and my father, they do an amazing prime rib. It's the first time I ever had it, and it was amazing. It was awesome. And now I will say that prime rib is really good. If you ever get a chance to try it or have it, prime rib is very good. It's just you got to baby that meat. You got to do it just the right way. It's like you got to. I would suggest maybe this is just me, but searing the fat a little bit. There is a thing where they say that you put it on, you put the oven on 400 for like 30 minutes. Then you drop it down to the three, whatever, I think it's 350, and let it cook out for the rest. Now, some people, it just depends on the person. Some people state to, pan sear it a little bit and then put it in there. Some people state don't do that. It's different recipes call for different things. But I think you got this in you. Go ahead, girl. Don't let nobody get you down. Keep your head up. Keep smiling. You know what I'm saying? Now, I may, tell people what's going on in the sector when things are being said or done and do my commentary. But from me that it never comes from a place of harm or hurt. But yeah, I was over there doing that and whatnot. And I saw that. Um, and then I went over there and I saw that, when they were talking about that. So I thought about, side dishes for Emu for that meal she's talking about. And they said that she did a turkey breast. Now, if I do turkey, sometimes I'll do a whole one, but a lot of times I do like the breast meat better than anything. But we had ham because I like ham better. I don't know about y'all, but I like ham better. Good morning to Hood Table, love. Good morning. How was them cakes? Did them cakes turn out good, girl? You know I love your cakes. But yeah, so I think pretty much what's been going on in the beef sector recently is the Just Krista Lemon situation. That's been a topic. Um, but pretty much that's what's been going on. I did, like I said, today sometime after this live, I have to go help my mom and dad, deal with their situations and stuff like that. But after that, sometime I will be, for the members, I will be doing a members only live stream. So if you're not a member yet, become a member because we're going to play some games today together. All you need is two devices. So, like, let's say you have your laptop and you have your cell phone or a tablet. All you need is two devices, one to watch the stream, or you can watch me on your TV and play on your phone, so that you can get the code to play the game, right? You have to have the code. And also you get to see other people's, things. Oh, the cakes come out good. I'm so happy because I love your cakes, child. I love your cakes. Now they placing orders for Christmas, child. Oh, I'm gonna say something. I have a kind heart, but sometimes I'm a little crazy. But no, we had fun yesterday. I ate big. We watched a movie last night. What was that movie we watched? Why am I? Oh, we were trying to watch It Follows. We never ended up watching the show. And the funny part is we paused it on this one part where the chick had her boob out and she looked like she. I ain't watched it all the way. It Follows. And then we went to listening to music and everything else. And we were just having a good old time having conversation together, just enjoying each other's company and being thankful for everything we do have. And my husband was so excited because yesterday was his first time. He's from the north, right? I've told y'all that. It was his first time ever having chicken and dressing. Because, that's a thing down here that's not really a thing up north per se. A lot of them don't know what cornbread dressing is and what chicken and dressing really is. And then I have seen people state it was cornbread dressing when it was not. They use like the cornbread dressing box mix stuff and put celery in it, put chicken, and that's it. And they called it a day. And I'm like, that's not chicken and dressing. That's stuffing with chicken added to it and stuff. That's not chicken and dressing. Chicken and dressing is technically you bake some cornbread, right? And you don't want to fully bake the cornbread like you normally would. You want it to be almost done, but not like crunchy done yet, right? And then you take and you break up your cornbread in your pan. You've already pre-cooked. You want to use dark meat chicken. You can use a little bit of breast, but you really want to use the dark meat of the chicken, like the legs and the thighs. And there's a reason why. When this cooks, that portion of meat stays more moist, if that makes sense. So after you boil your chicken, you shred it. You take out all the bones and the skin and all that, and you throw that away. You take all your shredded chicken, you put that in there. You boil your eggs, right? You chop those up. You dice up some onion, right? Now, some people will pre-cook their onion, some people won't. Hey, VS Love. Some people will pre-cook that onion, some people won't. But basically, you put your onion there. Then you take sage, ground sage, and you sprinkle it all up in there. Now, you want to eye it to where you can see the sage, but it's not over, like, you don't want to drown it in sage, right? I would suggest that you mix the cornbread and the sage and the chicken together, and then you fold in your and your onions. Then you fold in your eggs, because if you overdo your eggs, it's just your eggs are going to fall apart and and all that. You don't want them to fall apart. You want them kind of folded in, if that makes sense. A little light mix. Then you take a little bit of chicken broth and you pour it into there to keep it moist, but you don't want it drowning in it either, right? Then you bake it. That's pretty much what chicken dressing is. But I'm going to tell you something. If chicken and dressing is done right, it is some of the best stuff you ever tried in your life. Now, if it's done wrong, it might turn you off for life. Just saying. Person got to know what they're doing when they're making it. It's not extremely hard, but they don't cook it. They don't know, though. They don't know about chicken and dressing. See, there's cornbread, that cornbread stuffing mix from the store. That's not the same thing. And a lot of folk up there, if they do make it, they don't make it Southern wise. But most of the people up north, they be doing when they say they do it, they do stuffing. With different things. Different families do different stuffings. Now, I will say, I have heard some of them want to throw down and say, my stuffing's the best. No, my stuffing's the best. Because they all do it differently. The stuffing stuff, some people add different ingredients to their stuffing. Me, myself, and I, give me my cornbread dressing. Give me my chicken and dressing. I don't want that other stuff. Now, occasionally I do like stuffing. I'm not against stuffing per se, but ain't nothing beating chicken and dressing. Now, my mama, she also made the giblet gravy, and then she also had an extra gravy for those who didn't like the giblets in it, right? Some folks don't like giblets. She pressure cooked the giblets. So my daddy said they were fall apart tender. I don't eat them. I don't like giblet gravy. I know how to make it. I just don't like eating it. But it was delicious, and I hope you all had a good turkey day. Hey, Lisa J. Monet. Hey, VS. Hey, Ray. How y'all doing? But technically, there wasn't a lot of drama that happened yesterday, and you know, I'm kind of glad about that. It was Thanksgiving, you know, but we shall see what happens with Miss Tracy and JC today. I think that might be a thing where they might fight today. I'm not sure, or I could be wrong, and they could be like, you know what, I'm sorry if you felt like I slighted you. So it may become a thing where they make up, you know what I'm saying? Where they have a conversation. You know, I would love to have Miss Tracy and Miss JC over here to have a conversation with each other, you know, and talk to each other because I do believe this might be a misunderstanding. And I believe they could work it out. But, you know, that's just me. I'm always trying to peace keep. You know, that may be my bad thing, child. That may be my bad thing. Um, but I do note that I was over there, you know, I do feel like with that situation, we're going to find out more. You know, what they were saying about Duke and Just Krista, I don't think that'll ever be a couple thing. I don't think Duke Farrow and Just Krista are going to get together. They just friends. But then some of the people on the street were saying, shoot, you know, I would go for Duke above Lemon, blah, 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 or, you know, whatever. But I don't see that being a thing because I think Duke's just doing his own thing like he does. He's doing his own thing, Thizzle. They said he was up there drawing the uterus on his board and showing where the G spot was and everything else. Then there was people talking about they spreading around his D pic and all this other stuff. And I'm like, sweet baby Jesus. You know, I don't want to see all that. So I'm glad that nobody has done anything crazy. So good job. But that's the thing that's going on. How was y'all's Thanksgiving? Did y'all eat big? Was it some good food? Because I know I ate big. Did y'all have turkey or did you have you know, ham, or did y'all decide to do a whole different meat altogether? Because I have heard some folks on Thanksgiving, they like to grill for Thanksgiving. Like they do like the ribs, and they'll do a whole like pork butt and all this other stuff. I've heard of some people doing that, you know, and not wanting to eat the traditional Thanksgiving meal, that they decide to eat, you know, something a little different. Maybe some barbecued yard bird on the grill. hmm I've heard of a lot of people doing stuff like that. You know, depending on what they want. You know, some people don't like to do the traditional Thanksgiving meal. You know, so what did y'all have good? Because y'all know I love me some good food. Also, I did see where what was that going on between I forgot who it was now. I was trying to remember something, y'all. I'm still in a food coma partially. I apologize for being a little off this morning. But yeah, me, myself, and I, yeah, you know, is this storyline something that I think will be long lasting? No. Hey, soul sister. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by and showing some love, beautiful. I don't think this storyline's going to go too far, but you never know. You know, like we were talking about with some of the Vegas stuff that went on for a while. And then this Just Krista and Lemon thing's been on and off now for how long? So I don't know if they're going to stay together and be together, or what's going to happen there. But, you know, it's up to them what they decide to do. Um, but, you know, I don't really get into the mess per se when it comes to that because, you know, it's up to them what they want to do. I'm going to go over here right quick and check the community walls because y'all know that the community walls hold all the tea, child. People Now, Miss Dovey is having her Christmas tree challenge coming up December the 15th. I did make her a little poster and send it to her. You know, I heard some people stating that they were having their Thanksgiving stuff today. So, some people, because they had to go to family yesterday, they're doing their thing today, and vice versa. You know what my mama didn't make this year, and I just thought about it. She didn't make me no baked mac and cheese, y'all. But she did cook a lot yesterday, so I just thinking about it. I love my mama's cooking, and until the day that she says she can't do it anymore, I'm gonna try to eat every year that I can with my mama, because I love the fact that I got her and she's here, and she just one of the best cooks you ever wanted to meet in your life. I love that woman to death. She's good. Um, but that's the situation that's going on. Um, I'm over here trying to figure out like what the situations are so I can give y'all the news you can use. That I did miss my mother and father-in-law yesterday, and I can't wait till they get down here and we can have a big old huge family thing and mix together the different things. I think that would be a cool idea for us to each like make things, and then a little bit of your tradition with a little bit of our tradition and mix it together and just eat and literally pass out. I went into a food coma yesterday, y'all. I don't know if y'all did, but I did. I went into a little bit of food coma and I had a good old time. That food was so good. And then I was watching me some TV shows. Today I am going to be going out, and we finally got our car back, y'all. Getting our car fixed was what made us miss our trip to New York, right? Child, let me tell y'all something. We turned the car in 2 weeks ago, and it just got done. But let me explain to you why. We have a car that when they order stuff from the dealership, guess what? The closest one is either in Birmingham, Alabama, or in Tennessee, because it is an Alfa Romeo, which means that a lot of places also don't want to work on that car down here. When he got it in New York, right? And up there, they have a lot of places, even just the place around the corner from him is willing to work on it. Down here, it's a little different, right? And to find dealership things down here for stuff like that, so hard to do. It's so hard to do. Oh snap, y'all! I'm over there listening. And Miss Dovey, JC is on your booty. JC is on your booty, girl. Woo! I don't think I could drag nobody this early in the morning. I'm just too half asleep and full with food. How's your days been, everybody? How y'all did y'all eat good? Like what had happened? Did y'all have any family drama go down? That's another thing that always happens on Thanksgiving a lot of the time when you got like the whole family together. There's always, some kind of family argument that goes down, some kind of drama that starts either over Thanksgiving or Christmas holidays. There's always something, right? Them two cousins that just can't get along. I didn't have to deal with that because thank you, Jesus. But y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Those two cousins that's always into it for some reason. And then sometimes that's when the family drama come out. Like that's why sometimes I like watching some of these TV shows. Cause you be seeing like, oh child, that's when all the family secrets come out on Thanksgiving sometimes when they start fighting. I did, right? I did my True Crime Thursday yesterday. I did a few hours of it. Maybe YouTube's tripping and didn't send you a notification because I have not been getting notifications for certain people either. And I'm like, wait a minute, they were live? YouTube, what you doing? Why didn't I get my notification? Come on now. But I really, I was just over here chilling doing my true crime yesterday. I didn't really drop the link yesterday like I did today. Like the link's pinned at the top if anybody wants to come up and conversate and chill and have a good time. I think on Fridays, what I'm going to do from now on is just allow it to be, you know, anybody come up, chill, have a good time, talk about things, have a conversation, stuff like that. Yeah, they've been tripping, Lisa J. Monet. They've been tripping on their notifications. I ain't been getting something. I always do. We always do our pies and things like that a day in advance or 2 days in advance. We tend to do our, like your cold things that you keep cold, like if you do potato salad or if you do coleslaw or anything like that, which we don't usually do that for Thanksgiving, but I'm saying if you do, deviled eggs, etc. Well, deviled eggs we always do the day before or the night of, so they're cold the next day, and things like that. So we always try to do those pre-prepped in advance, like the things that you can keep in the fridge, right? And then we usually start like the meat the night before Thanksgiving and let it slow cook all night long to the next day. Um, but the dressing, it's already put together in the fridge, but we usually bake it the day of. You know what I'm saying? We usually bake it the day of. Everything else is done in it. Sometimes it'll be in the fridge, but it ain't cooked yet, right? But there's a lot of things we do prep before the day of. Like there was times in the past when I was a kid that we did greens and beans and all this other stuff for Thanksgiving and whatnot. Those would be started the morning of, right? So that they good and cook down and all that. Yeah, the dressing itself we don't do until the day of, but I have pre-cooked the cornbread and had it, basically everything mixed together and put in the fridge. So the next day when you get up, all you gotta do is slide it in the oven. So everything's already in together, if that makes sense, and you just slide it in the oven. I have prepped things for the day before so that by the next day, all you got to do is slide it in there and cook it. I have did some of the pies the same way. Did all the prep work and all the good stuff the day before, or bake like we have baked the pies the day before. Some of them, and like especially the ones you leave cold, uh, do those the day before, and that way, it cuts down on your cooking times. Hey, Gene Hall, good morning. But that, it's depending on how you prep your Thanksgiving. Like some people decide to wait till the day of to do everything, but a lot of times I pre-do like the pies and anything that's cold that stays in the fridge. I'll do that the day before or the day before that. Go ahead and have everything mixed together. So all I gotta do is throw it in the oven and let it cook. Oh, I love a homemade apple pie or a crumble. Ooh, child, ain't nothing like a good. And just having that occasionally, like I like to have that, and I like to have like a little bit of vanilla ice cream and put and have like that caramel drizzle. I don't know what it is about that, but that all three together is like, whoo wee. It's so good. So you start cooking the day before too, Ray? I do too. Like I prep and there's things that I do in advance. So it's not so hard the day of, right? There are certain things you have to cook. um, you know, the day of. And there's some things that, you can cook a day in advance or 2 days in advance and just have it in the fridge ready to heat up. Depending on what it is, some things, it just depends on what you're cooking, right? Because we've had all different kind of things for Thanksgiving. Now, there's always the staple of whether you do stuffing or dressing, and then there's always the staple of the meat. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like one Thanksgiving, you might have one thing, and one Thanksgiving, you might have another. Because sometimes we do switch up. It just depends. I didn't think about it. I should have asked Mama to make me some of that. Some of her baked mac and cheese. Her baked mac and cheese is so good. I swear that woman uses like 3 or 4 different cheeses in her baked mac and cheese, and it's so good. I love it. They are having also for my gamer people, they are having a Black Friday sale on games. So shout out to my gamer friends. Steam is having a really good 60% off sale right now. Also Xbox, I know for sure, and I believe PlayStation. So for my gamer friends, I'm shouting out y'all and letting y'all know that they having sales for that. Anybody that also does buy electronics, I will tell you, I know Black Friday seems like good deals, but also keep an eye out for Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday is coming up, y'all, and they will have some really good deals. But yeah, so that's going on right now. I know Just Chris is over there talking about I think with her and Tracy, they're gonna talk about it or whatnot because they did have like a friendship type situation. But right now she's on Miss Dovey, so I guess her and Miss Dovey are at it. I didn't know that. Um, I don't, I didn't know that JC and Miss Dovey were beefing or whatnot. So I guess that's a new situation. Um, I myself do not really want to go out today because of it being Black Friday like that. Um, I don't like getting out in this traffic. I don't know about y'all, but I do not like going out during Black Friday. I don't like going out during the holidays. I just do not like doing that. Good morning, BMF King Louie. How you doing? Yes, JC and Tracy. Tracy did a video the other day and she felt like Just Krista owed her an apology because she felt slighted. You know what I'm saying? She felt basically like if you watched Lemons, and I know you don't, Ray, so I'm giving you a backstory. You know, Tracy was just repeating what was being stated, and she felt like in her mind that JC just didn't like what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? And she felt, slighted in my opinion. And then at the same time, I think JC felt like, well, why did you come over here and tell me this? It felt shady or whatnot. And so I think it was to me with those two and a misunderstanding, but I got to watch JC's full live that she's doing right now while I'm live, um, and see what all she states. But I did hear that the situation between Dobie and her is heating up. So I don't know what's going on with that yet. I didn't even know that there was a situation between those two at all. But basically, with that situation, I don't fully know. Oh, is y'all having snow out there? I'm gonna pray for y'all, Miss Jean. I'm gonna pray for y'all. Cause Chad, I don't like the snow like that. I do not like the snow like that. I am not a cold person. I don't like the cold. My husband loves it. It's getting cold here too, and everything. So it is getting chilly. It is getting chilly. Over here in the South. I am going to be watching me some movies today too. But yeah, I am going to do that members only live. So if anybody wants to become a member today, you can. I am going to play the games today. We're going to test it out and see how it works. Um, I'm basically going to put my stream on my TV, and then I'm going to be playing the Jackbox games with my members. So if you want to become a member, this would be your time to do so. But in just a little while, I will be having. So we're supposed to be leaving around 10:30. So I will be having to get off here soon because we are going to pick up the car, and I got to go pick up my mom and dad's stuff for them and do things for them like I always do because I take care of them. You be careful up there in Detroit with all that snow and stuff, and be safe, okay? Be safe out in the snow because I just don't like the cold. I don't know what it is about me. I just don't. I'd rather have the warm temp. But I am from the South, so maybe it's because it's my normal. You know what I mean? Like you probably hate the heat, like my kind of heat that I have down here, right? And I think that goes to all of us. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where we grew up, we can like different things. Now, there's some folks that I know that they think they want our heat, and then they come down here and like, no, I don't know about that too much. But so I was over there just chilling. Um, and I don't know. How do y'all care anymore about the Just Krista and Lemon relationship? I done told them 1,500 times, and they don't want to listen to me. Just be friends. Stop trying to date each other. Y'all know. Just stop it. Stop it. Okay. Hey, Body Works. You definitely prefer the cold over the heat. See, I have found that depending on where you live, that some people prefer vice versa, just depending. Me, myself, and I, now I know a lot of people are tired of that storyline because it's been going on for how long now? And it's just like never ending. You're together, you're not together, you're together, you're not together, you're together, you're not together. Can we make a decision here? You never cared for the JC and Lemon pretend ship. I have heard a lot of people saying that on the streets. A lot of people are tired of that storyline. They want something new. They don't want to have to keep dealing with hearing the same thing over and over and over again. It's getting tired to a lot of people. Some people they're okay with the drama of it all, if that makes sense. But a lot of people are not, and they're like, you know, just stop. We don't care anymore. We want something new. Um, and so, we'll just have to see what happens over the weekends. Y'all know that here, down here in the beef sector, that the a lot of the crazy beefs have, I've noticed that it's been a shift. It used to be that the crazy stuff happened, on hump day, like Wednesday, like it would go down Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then the weekend, we would talk about what happened on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then something new would pop off, like the next week. But it's recently been where things have been popping off over the weekend. Have y'all noticed that? Like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's when all the crazy drama's been coming out and all the new storylines and stuff. And then people talk about it Monday through Friday or whatnot. Um, and that's what I've been noticing. There's a shift in when the crazy happens. Taylor Port Tuesday does tend to bring a lot of our crazy mess out here. And then, Mrs. Intel's got her new panel that's happening. Um, you know, so maybe we'll get to see different storylines come out, different beefs come out, and all that other stuff. You want to see some of the girls hook up Body Works? Um, I don't. We have had some storylines with females around here hooking up, and usually I will say the female hookups tend to be the most drama filled hookups we tend to have. So I will say that. I don't know if you've missed some of those, but we've had a few kerfuffles when it comes to the ladies around here. Um, you know, I will say that. The male to female relationship situations, usually the drama for it doesn't last long. It usually doesn't go that deep or crazy. But usually the female ones, they tend to go, when they go crazy, they go crazy, child. They be woo banging and smacking each other upside the head, and it just be like woo wee. Yeah, when that alcohol kick in, child, people start arguing, start fighting, and the mess start going down and all that other stuff. It be getting crazy around here around that time. I will state that I can't wait to. I'm gonna go get this stuff done that I have to do this morning, and I'm probably gonna just come live at some time during midday, and do like the members only live with the game or whatnot. Maybe later this afternoon, I'm not exactly sure. Um, you know, do some content whatnot. And I thought about doing the games so that we could play and whatnot together. Um, because I think it would be fun, something different, something that's not drama filled, that we could be messy and hilarious with. Because there's this one game called Quiplash, and with Quiplash, you can make up funny prompts, right? Some people go dirty with the prompts. The name of the game is you get this question and you make up the stupidest, funniest thing you can do to get the most votes, right? And anybody who are not able to play like the first round, which I don't have that many members, so everybody should be able to play. But let's say I'd start getting a lot of members to play these games, they can join the audience and vote. And then obviously we can switch it out on the next game for new players, right? But it does have a seat limit of, I think, 6 or 8 people for that specific game, something like that. And then you have the audience can also participate in these games. So that's one of the things that I think is really cool about it. One of my streamer friends, actually, we used to play this together, and it was so much fun. And we would just sit there and laugh and have fun and just make it. You say the most stupidest, outlandish thing you can think of. Like one of the prompts could be, what do you think of the climate today? And you could totally put, it's as hot as it's as hot as I'm trying to think of something funny, but my brain's dead right now, y'all. I'm so sorry. This morning I am not myself, and I know that's not normally like me because I normally make y'all try to laugh and cut up. And this morning my brain's just all over the place, and I apologize for that. My ADHD is not on point today, but yeah. So it's just really fun, and when we play it, you'll see as it goes on, like how ridiculous and crazy you could be, right? Like you could be shady and talk about a content creator in the beef sector, right? As one of the prompts of some of the drama that's went on in the beef sector. You could just be as shady as you want to be. And that's the funny thing about the game. And that's what a lot of people do when they play these games. It's supposed to be fun. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that sometimes this afternoon. I'm going to right quick go see who's live. Um, and check and everything. I know that just Krista, and she's her uh, Wilson's live, showing me that Room Shaker's live. Let me make sure because sometimes when I don't refresh, it'll still show people are live that ain't live. Because I know Rodney was live while I was live earlier. We were live, at the same time or whatnot. I got to go catch your replay, Rod. Um, but no, yeah, it's showing he's not live anymore. So I'm about to go catch his replay. Just Krista's live. Pastor J. Wilson's live. Tracy World's live. The Good Putty Cat's live. Um, Kamisha, well, For the Love of London is live. Lady Woopack. Also, Jaguar, right? Everybody knows her Jag, right? She got a new channel that I know of because every time I turn around, child, she getting a new channel. So it's hard to keep up where she at because her channels keep getting taken. People keep taking them down, and I'm like, I can't hardly keep up. But no, yeah, so that situation's going down. All these things are happening. I hope and everybody has a good day today. I hope that no matter where you're going in this world today, you have an amazing day. Be careful if you're out on these streets with traveling because of Black Friday traffic. Be careful trying to get that toaster for $10 or $5 a day because somebody might pop you upside the head for that. That immersion blender over there on the right. So be careful out there. It's dangerous out there on these streets. The old people be fighting over the deals. They might pop you one, run over you with a buggy or something. No, it ain't as bad as it used to be on Black Friday technically nowadays because of Cyber Monday and people shopping online and things and such. Back in the day, Black Friday used to be like war zone. You better be ready with your elbow pads and your knee pads, and you better be ready to clock a bee in the jaw. You know what I'm saying? You better be ready. Make sure you don't get trampled on or something like that. Man, do y'all remember back in the day when they used to have all those crazy messes on Black Friday? People be upset and be hurting and stuff. I'm like, Lord, sweet baby Jesus. I hope everybody has an amazing day and had an amazing Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, everyone. For those who may not be able to, I just want to do a little something, something right quick. I want to do a little something, something for the people who are having it hard this year and may not be able to celebrate like they would want to, right? So, right now in this moment, I want to say a little prayer for y'all. And for those who don't pray, just listen to the message, even if you don't say amen. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today and we want to pray for those people who may not be able to, have that turkey on their table or have that ham on their table and they having it hard right now, Lord, and they're trying to figure out how to pay that bill this month. They're figuring out how to try to put some food on the table. And for those who may not even have a home right now or family to spend it with, or they done lost a loved one and this is their first Thanksgiving without them, Lord, please put your loving hands around them, lift them up, and give them peace of mind on today's day. Please, dear Heavenly Father, make sure those who are worse off than we are, that you give them the strength to make it through, Lord. And in your name we pray, amen. I had to say my little prayer for those, because there are people right now that are having it hard. They may be missing a loved one. They may be, not being able to eat today or yesterday, and they may be struggling, because we don't never know somebody's struggle and what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? So on today, I want you to remember to be thankful all days and today. Every day of the year, be thankful for what you do have, because it can always be snatched out from under you. There's somebody that always has it worse. And for all those that are missing a loved one this year, or have been missing a loved one, remember, they ain't missing. They still there. You just can't see them. They with you all the time. They ain't left you. They may not be there in the physical form, but they there. And they looking down on you, smiling every day of the year. So always remember that. Don't think of it as with our selfish mind and our selfish heart that, yes, we want them to be there with us, right? In spirit, in person, so we can see that smile, see that laugh, share that time with them. But remember, they're in a better place, in a happier place. They ain't having to suffer nothing. And they up there and they looking down on us, and they watching out for us like they, would have done if they would be here in real life. But we have the best guardian angels, don't we? So remember on all days and today to be thankful. And I'm going to send my love to you. I got to get off here. I got to go get dressed. Child, pray for me. I didn't think I was going to have to do nothing today, but I got to do things. So have a blessed and beautiful day, my angels. And I call you my angels for a reason, because even if you just swinging by here to hit that like button, even if you just in the clouds chilling, even if, no matter what, all the support that you give, I am thankful for it. And I am thankful for every single one of you. I just want you to know that you are thought of, and there is someone out there that is thankful for you every day of the year. And I hope that you have the best, most beautiful day ever. Be careful out there while you traveling and doing what you got to do. Eat good and have fun. I love y'all all day, every day. Hugs and kisses. That's what my mama always says, is hugs and kisses, y'all. Love you, angels. Have a good day, beautiful people. Blessings to you and all of your kin. Blessings to all. I hope you have the best holiday ever. I hope y'all have the best day. Love y'all.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go. From the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments when OG standing back there about 60 deep. Bull walking,
from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, captain seat banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out the street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments from OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony Hughes and P.
I'm from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my